Soul music was a mirror. You're looking in the mirror to copy somebody and you end up by copying yourself.
When we heard the music coming back to Africa, we already knew that in our soul, we knew what was coming back.
Luckily, we did some recordings. And these recordings in the 70s are what you are still looking for today.
Afro-funk arose in the late 60s in response to American soul and funk. James Brown, the godfather of soul, incorporated typical African elements in his music such as call and response, which was introduced to the Americas by African slaves. In turn, Ghanaian musicians such as C.K. Mann and Jedouble Mbole started mixing their highlife music with soul and funk, creating their own distinctive style.
Africa has 2,000 languages, so it has 2,000 cultures, and each culture has different styles of music. So it's a far richer musical culture here than the West. Say the Ghanaians and the Nigerians were copying the Black Americans, their music. They've been doing this for a long time. And funk and soul has been infused into it. But the thing about soul music and funk is that you were copying some people who were also going Afro. They were trying to get inspiration from Africa. You know, like James Brown wearing Afro hairstyles, Afrocentric images, black and proud.
They took our music from here, went and refined it, and they brought it back. It gave us the inspiration to be able to bridge what we have here in Ghana to what was coming from America.
By 1969, I mean, more or less, you could say that James Brown was something like a god here.
When Brown visited the motherland, he was further inspired by native African rhythms.
James Brown had some African feel, things that he was doing. But whatever James Brown was doing, it's from Ghana. It's from a tribe called Fafra. They're from a Fafra tribe. The same way James Brown was doing singing, baby, ha, give it up. It's the same thing the Fafra people do here. Just ha, baby, ha, baby. It's the same thing.
In Ghana, all kinds of bands picked up on this new style and developed it to great heights.
It led to a sort of creative explosion in the late 1960s, early 70s. I mean, there hasn't been anything quite like it.
There was a combination. So the feel, you know, it gave us, not only me, other Ghanaian artists too. They all had different inspiration to be able to put the high life and the Western music together.
Ebo Taylor, for instance, in Ghana, started to make high life funk, if I can call it that, high life funk songs.
Illegal copying and piracy practically killed off high life in the early 70s. Producer and founder of the Essebons label, Dick Esselfie Bonje, started the Apaja Show Band as an experimental house band for his studio in Accra.
We had realized that high life wasn't breaking through, so we needed a breakthrough sound. You know, I decided that let's have a house band, bring in composers and then promising musicians, let them do their own thing, they bring their own their compositions. We had people like Ebo Taylor, Mbole, Bob Pinedo, Joanna Okai, and then we play and record.
When I made my first record, the ones that you said is released in Holland, when I made it first, I just mixed up the African and the American thing. I put in something that was more African too, because there was a break, and once the break, I said, about the Tusa, about the bullfruit, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Today, music lovers worldwide are beginning to rediscover Ghana funk.
It's funny, everything's being recycled again. This is basically it. But this time, they're not recycling James Brown, they're recycling Afrobeats.
People from Britain, like Miles Carrett, from Holland, you, Robert, from Germany, Sammy, from America, Michael, and so on. They're all after these things we did at Apija time. That is music by Ibo Taylor, Ambule.
And I'm very happy that now it's becoming hip, you know, in Holland, America, England, Germany, and all that. Now the real African Ghanaian funk is coming. The real one is coming. Hey! And that's what we're going to do, put them all together, and you see what's going to happen.